Well, looks like that's working, so that's good. One working stream is always good. Apparently I can't pin that. Refresh this. What's up, Telvin? How you doing, bud? There we go. Corey! Hold on, I got a button for you, Corey. Jack Stack, what's good, though? How you guys doing? Hope you guys are having a good Tuesday. Hey, Skimp. How you doing, man? What's everyone up to? Hope you guys are having a good day. Decided to hit the stream button a couple minutes early. Not very much early, but a couple minutes. Ordered you a Gerson gaming shirt the other day. Need a Mherex one. I don't know if I ever sold a shirt. I do know Pat Zap, Party Pat, bought Patty Cakes, bought a hoodie a long time ago. I think he finally retired it after like 3 years or 4 years. Not much to do in the game today. There's the showdown to do today. And then Mherex only gaming fans. I love that, Corey. I was, Pat. How are you? Your ears burning? Trying to hoard showdown coins? Yeah, the prize wall is fun, isn't it? Sensei, how are you? Sensei, are you still sweeping that leg? Gungi, did I say hi? Gungi, you're a legend. How are you, buddy? Jack Stack, I don't remember if I said hi to you either. Hi, Jack Stack. And I don't think I missed any. If I missed you guys, just say something again, because I will feel bad. It wasn't on purpose. It wasn't on purpose. Audio good? We liking the audio? Oh, hold on. Let's just do this for a second. Oop, oop.
Celebrating 8 years.
8 years of champions. 600 plus superstars. One Cody Cutter. Actually, I think it was a Crossroads. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Ozzy Osbourne.
Reach new heights.
Reach new heights with 6-star gold. Transformed experiences like the strap filter, which I love actually. Stip Tour, which no one likes, although the Stip Tour going on right now is much better. Maybe there's a couple people that like Stip Tour.
Summer of Champions.
I just heard the end of it. It was my top hoodie until I retired it. What's up, Reed? Play now at WWEChampions.com. Okay. I did? Alright. Right on, Jack. I'm alright, dude. I'm alright. I'm surviving. Surviving. So I think we'll talk some showdown today. You have a question. No one. Oh, alright. Well, let's see if I know. Hit me with your question. I can do one of two things, Reed. I can absolutely answer it. But no promises if it's accurate or not. Okay, what about the portal? Is it me or is it jacked up? Are you talking about the flash market? What up, Big Show? A weekend event was Showdown. It was great. I got a lot of plates. Big Show, how are you? Showdown is easily the best event for me. You're trying to play on it no matter what browser tells me download to play? If you're having issues with the flash market, literally just go there, go to the flash market and refresh the page and it opens up for me. What's up, Smokey? That looks like 3 puffs and a pass. Zandel, did I say hi? How's Gregarious Gorillas, Zandel? What up, Jamie? Roster question? What's your roster question? I do have a lot of stuff planned, but I can answer a question probably. What's up, Rules? Wait, hold on. That's the sound of deliciousness. So I never play on the portal read. I use an emulator or my phone, usually an emulator. Yeah, Smokey. Um, so unfortunately, Smokey, I do not have an answer for you on this one. I would say the person that is probably the best to ask about the portal is DJ, because he's played on the portal exclusively the entire time since it came out. So I would probably refer you to DJ on that one as far as the streamers or content creators. Still good, right on, Zandil. But yeah. Nice, Zandil. You got Seth Jenkins with the gear. Right. What's up, Solaris? Oh yeah, I should pop out chat. How are you? Yo, in fact. Let me get chat on the screen in case anyone wants to see that at some point. SMG, I am surviving. How are you, my guy? Ba-ba. Sensei, did you ever tell me how you were doing? I asked if you were still sweeping that leg, Sensei. I want to set up my 6-star gold HBK. HBK is great, just depending on what you have. That probably won't take too long. And while we're waiting for a few people to get in before I start with Seth, I mean, sure. What do you got for HBK? What do you got? Let me know what kind of strap and plate options you have. And trainers. It'll take 2 seconds once you let me know what you got. Wait, from the beginning. One more time. Is that a fly buzzing? What's up, freak? Iron Sheik. Would you rather wrestle a gorilla or 2 alligators? I'm going to say the singular gorilla. Because although gorillas are incredibly strong, but I feel like 2 alligators wouldn't go. Like I'd have 0 chance against 2 gators, because while I was focused on one, the other one would get me. Right? So I would take my chance against the singular gorilla over the 2 alligators. Rad plate on 90 Seth doesn't work. Chris, I'm good. How are you, buddy? So I think I'd take my chances with the gorilla. If it was 1 alligator, it would definitely be the gator. I'd put both gators in a sleeper. I mean, you know. Zandel, since you got Seth in the gear, what can you run of this? What stuff you got? Yeah, I don't mind, Jamie. Just let me know what you got trainer-wise and stuff, or where you're stuck. What up, Platinum Patrick? Two gators versus 2 pythons don't stand a chance. I do have 2 pythons. Wait, which HBK are we talking about? I thought we were talking about Acro HBK. Which HBK are we talking about? Hall of Fame? Oh, Hall of Fame HBK just is not very good. You're going to struggle to get 6-star gold kind of damage out of him. It's going to take multiple turns, to be honest. I wish I had better news for you. But as the great Wade Barrett said, I'm afraid I've got some bad news for you. especially without gears. Can I ask a question? Why? He's not going to be your top showboat. Grayson Waller would be much better. For example, do you have, if it's the fact that he's Hall of Fame, do you have Rey? Rey Mysterio is way better, and I am not an enjoyer of Rey Mysterio. Thought it was Acro. My bad. Hall of Fame HBK. I'm not even remotely prepared for that. So you can run this as Zandel. Zandelli. My felly. The problem with Seth, though, is not the damage. Yeah, right? Iron Cheek? 82 million, Zandel. With your setup. What's up, SP8? I am doing well. Ish. I'm lying. I'm surviving. How are you? That was a bald-faced lie. Well is a stretch. I can go on my account. I'm on the champs. 80. Yeah, so Seth, and that great gear. So I love if you're talking about the look and the fact that it's his Hell in the Cell gear. This is one of my favorite gears in the game, if that's what you're talking about. If you're talking about, like, if it's a game changer, that kind of thing, nah. I don't think so, because Seth, the problem with Seth isn't damage. More damage doesn't make him better, other than maybe being viable for Black Boss. Yeah, it's one of the best in the game then. So my favorites. Yeah, Jack, it's very useful. Yeah, oh, then you have zero reason to level Hall of Fame HBK, Jamie. If you have Rey with both gears, Hall of Fame HBK is a waste of your time. Titus won't be good until multiple turns later. Unless you get lucky. Yes, I do have an idea. I have a very good idea. And if you SP8, have you played regular Showdown, like the league? So everything seems to be working properly in the regular league, you know? Like I have no problem finding people above my notoriety, and the streak is working and stuff. It appears to me like the Nodo searching is working. But, or the Nodo where you're you know, because I had no trouble finding. I'm good, Gumsy. How are you? I had no trouble finding people above my Nodo at all, but the notoriety wasn't scaling up. It was like 60 for someone higher, like 60 Nodo, and I think it's like 50 for somebody lower or something, and the streak wasn't counting. So to me, it just looks like the streak isn't currently working. I'm assuming that'll be fixed, right? But it looks like the streak modifier isn't working for your base Nodo or your promoter Nodo. That's what it looks like. Probably not tonight, Gumsy. Maybe a little bit. I've been playing D4 a bunch this past week and a half. Actually, this past, not week and a half, the past like 4 or 5 days in World of Tanks. So SP8, that's what it looks like to me. It's just a Nodo thing, but, or not a Nodo thing. The streak not being active. I actually asked the question in Town Hall and Furpo's checking and stuff. But the good news is, if you've played it, how great was the Nodo part of it been? Red Dead 2 is on my list to play. Like, just constantly being able to find people above your notoriety, that's very promising, I think. Let's see if we can get this promoter and other part working properly, but initially it's pretty promising, I think. Yeah. Yeah. So, All right, Seth, what were some of the questions about Seth? I got sidetracked on some stuff. I missed some stuff. I've been going through my roster, watching videos. Powerhouse Hogan needs gear. These play. Yeah. That makes sense, Jamie. Yeah, there's a lot to do. Some are worth it, some aren't. Yeah, the Nodo loop is really frustrating. When you just simply can't find anyone very good. Also, a lot of people don't understand how the old system works, which I've talked about a few times. It basically refreshes every 15 minutes, give or take. And then it refreshes your pool. So if you're consistently checking every 15 minutes, then you can usually find some matches, but it's a pain in the butt. But that being said, like once you get like top 50, a lot of times it's luck of the draw. Like it's so hard to find somebody. And yeah, if you're in a faction that has a lot of people that are up on the showdown leaderboard, it makes it way worse for sure. Yeah, because you can't hit your faction mates. So I mean, the faction mate thing, I know why you can't hit your faction mates. I know why that's a thing, right? I think anyone who's played Showdown for a long time at a high level knows why that's a thing. So I understand why that's there. I'd just assume that stayed there permanently just to be safe. But that's just me. So yeah, Seth, it's really hard. I turned on my friendly fire. I miss refreshing until I found Mherex to hit. You butthole. And Seth with the extra stuff hits hard. But the problem with Seth to me is not his damage, right? Although this would have its uses in for a black boss, certainly. It's not terrible. I think there's other people I would probably use instead, but it does have some utility there. But this is nowadays not the kind of gameplay you want to build your roster around, if that makes sense. It can be fine for a roster filler. And the damage is impressive, right? I mean, 115 million is certainly impressive. It just reminds me... all he is he's just a upgraded zombie Randy Orton, like 2-year-old gameplay, you know? He's just an upgraded zombie Orton. That's all. Yeah, that's post 99. That's that like I don't do 99 builds, Zandel. Come on, man. You know better. That was with Leo and Zombie LA, right? So, as far as the other builds, the gear isn't going to do jack all. Because the only reason purple hits hard is because the Tiffy plate adding 500% per purple move, you know? And then the other one is just it does the trap damage, so. Yeah, so, Tech Cody, Tech Dusty, Randy Orton was the originator, I feel like, of this 5-match swipe into multiply for big damage. Oh, we could absolutely put his own plate on. It just won't do anything. It's an ultimate, and it only lasts for 1 turn. You have to swipe, so it goes away. But yeah, we can absolutely put it on. I haven't been streaming a ton, Jamie. Last week I didn't stream at all, other than on Tuesday. I just haven't been streaming a lot. Like I said, I'm when people ask how I'm doing, it's okay. I just so I haven't had the bandwidth to stream a bunch. I've been trying to make videos and keep up with everything, and so there's that. Seth has very few plate options though, and you could put Royal Rumble on there if you want to take longer and not hit for very much to take longer. Ultimate, there's nothing other than a Judgment Day plate that'll help him. Who does the Rad plate help? I like it best on Farouk if you didn't get his gear or you don't want a one click for a little extra insurance. Hall of Fame Ron is who I like it on the most right now. You can use a tiara or a Z plate on Seth. Either works. It's good on Drip Coda. It's good on Ludwig as well. Drip Coda and Ludwig. I got another one it might be okay on. I wanted to try this today. This was, now that we're talking about it, I don't know. I haven't tried yet. But I kind of want to see. What's up, Adkins? Just Tiara or Z-Plate, no Ultimate or Judgment Day, yeah. It's not really good anymore, Jamie. So, we went through, so the game is different now. And a lot of people have time, or have trouble, adapting quickly. And still, right? The game is no longer a game. Oh no. Judgment Day plate hasn't been good actually for probably at least a good 6 months, maybe longer, right? We're at a place in the game where there literally is zero reason to play anyone with risk as long as you have a decent amount of characters or slow. There's no reason. If you don't have, I disagree. I won first turn no matter what defense was out there. Like, nobody, their defense didn't matter. So, but we're at a point where, like, the game doesn't require you to take risks on most rosters. You're giving away free cards like Shredder, who can hit for 70 million without great things and zero risk with this build set. You have, like, you got HBK Acro who can hit ridiculously hard. You know what I mean? There's just a ton of stuff where you got Roger Rabbit who's zero risk. I mean, like, I could go, like, the list is very long, right? It depends on everyone's roster. Like, zero risk, zero risk, 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0. I mean, like, the whole top, this one is risk 0 0 0 0 0 0 0. You see what I'm saying? Like, zero risk, 0 0 0, none, not you, none. It just none. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's no none. There's no reason when you're none. I mean, like, there's literally probably 100 guys plus at this point that you can play with zero risk. So Judgment Day plate doesn't add damage, doesn't make people hit harder. It lets you play somebody risky, where if you cascade, it's going to take you extra time. That used to be amazing when your best damage people still had risk, right? So, like, your zombie Orton, right? You could play him, and then if you cascaded, no big deal. Your tech Cody Rhodes, you could play him in no big deal, right? Because if you cascade, Judgment Day plate backs you up. But then we get all of these guys with no risk, you know, and all of a sudden, why would you play a risky technician when you could play Ilya or Mercy or Shredder or Nusina. Not that I'm going to get him or you will either, but you see what I'm saying, right? So with a lot of stuff, if it doesn't make somebody do something, right? Um, and yes, you could argue occasionally showdown on defense, but to be perfectly honest, you look at showdown, there's always a showdown perk, right? And it's a specific color. So you reduce MP by 6, but then you have this. So anyone that's red and blue, if they're charged turn 1 in feud, they're also charged turn 1 in showdown. Because you just max them out at 6. So again, like, you can throw whatever defense you want up there, but most of the time it doesn't matter. The only time your showdown defense matters is when you're required to use a crappy character. But when you're picking who you use, you can put whatever defense you want up there. It's not going to matter. If I do anything even remotely smart on my part. So that but the Judgment Day plate does have some value, sure, in things like that. Most of the value on those plates, though, are for tours at this point, or using unsafe people when they're CSS, or if you're a mark, right? Like, so Seth's gear is super cool. If you really like Seth, and you want to use this Seth, let's say you don't have Leo, and you don't have Freakin', and you really want to use a Seth, and because you're a Seth mark, then I could see using him, right? It's not terrible. It's just not ideal. You confused me by mistake. Oh, the Devil's Drip. Yes. Yeah. Devil's Drip plate is good in general. Because there's a rash of people reworked to make it usable on, right? It mostly needs paired with the Yeet plate to get the most out of it. Mostly. That isn't true on everything. Like JD himself can use it without a Yeet plate. And I want to say Nash potentially could do it without a Yeet plate, but it depends. If you're strikers, again, it comes down to just because you can doesn't mean you should on a lot of stuff necessarily. If it's somebody you want to use because it's fun for you, then go ahead. But like when you're talking about like 2-click people, I don't have J, by the way, but a bunch of people you can 2-click. Like, yeah, it doesn't make sense to me seeing people put like Yeet plates on J. Macho with Yeet a top pick. I think for a lot of people, yeah, Zandel. Again, it comes back to what you have too. So let's go to my roster, right, real quick. And I'll show you what I mean. These are good questions. Everything comes down to what do you have, right? I have 2 Yeet plates. And here's a better way of looking at it. One is on Macho. I have 1 drip plate. It's on Macho. And people probably won't believe where my other one is. I certainly didn't believe it, but who knew Scopely was going to say, hold my beer. I mean, I said there's nothing they're going to do that'll make our truth usable. Well, apparently I was wrong. Apparently they'll give him a moment and 2 gears and 2 stupid plates to go with it. Right? So the way I look at it, and 99 MP is over, so let me show you our truth real quick. With all of your plates, guys, how does it make your roster better? My weak point was Macho and Tricksters, right? Trickster was my absolute weak point on my roster. Let's go with someone with a crap ton of health, just for funsies. All right. Oh, I hate that gear. Yuck. This is the gear I want showing. Okay. Yeah, but it's hard to get this stuff, right? So Trickster was my worst class. So I try and make decisions on what can make my worst class better. With all of my plates, I don't just want to put them on somebody. And this is set up for feud, by the way. This is his feud build. Assuming I have all the trainers on, I'll tell you in a second. But it's 2 clicks. It's even faster than Macho. And it does 79 million damage. So, Devil's Drip Yeet on Truth is great if you have everything. But if you don't have everything, it's terrible. Then you take Macho's a really good spot for it, in my opinion, right? Because again, Trickster was my weakest class. Maybe it's not yours, but it was mine. So with a lot of stuff, the way I look at it is, does it make my roster better? I thought Macho was at top. Why do I not see him? Oh, I can't use him there. That's why. One moment is no good for him, SMG, for this build. The other moment isn't really do much of anything. You can repeat your question. I'm having trouble keeping up and talking. Hold on, I just got a message too that I have to read. Oh, also apparently I have some info on tasks coming up. Excellent. Let's see if there's any update here. Here. Hey, Restate, how are you? Right, Clay. Yeah, yeah. So, like Howdy, a lot of people like. I don't use Howdy. Because he's kind of slow. I have Zombie LA, also kind of slow unless you get the yellow Royal Rumble plate. Then you can 2-click with LA. But they're both super rare, right? So, like, Macho's a lot of people's best by far. So, in general, guys, when you're building your roster, who to level up, are these plates good? Do they make your weakest thing actually better? That's how I look at it. Like, what does it actually bring to my roster? I mean, that's fair, Talbot. That's fair. If it makes your roster significantly better somewhere, then I think that's where you go all in, try to get it, make it happen, whatever that means. Sort of thing. What plate would you rework, make free, and grind and paywall? That's 3 different plates then, you're asking. So it would be fun. 88 mil. Um, so I'm a Foley mark. I'd rework the faces of Foley, make it free. It's pretty much worthless right now. I would rework for grind. I'd do Mella's mask, which is pretty much worthless right now. And I don't like worthless plates. And then paywall, just for fun, I would rework the OG plate, the boss plate, right? That's what that thing is called. It's been forever. I think it's boss time, right? Boss plate. Yeah, legit boss. I would rework this one for the paywalled one, because this is like one of the OG like super impactful ones. So that would be fun to me. Maybe though, instead of the Mella's mask, actually let me throw a different one out there. It's equally Sid's power bomb plate, maybe. Because that's always, yeah, it's just really, really bad. I mean, there's no shortage of plates to rework. It would be cool. Yeah, pretty much, Clay. Is triple yellow Hall of Fame Molly good? Absolutely. Yeah. It depends what you have. And depends how you play her. But I would say good. Yep. Hard counters anyone with a buff. Chains of Colossus would be a good one to rework too. Yes, absolutely. I don't know that they should. I like it when they do. When they rework stuff. But I think there's a limited amount of stuff they can do for free, right? If we have to pick between things, I like getting characters reworked a lot more. But it is nice when we get a surprise and make a overpowered moment. Moments have been in the game a good long while now. Couple 3 years, right, guys? I'm not good with time, to be honest. Yellow rumble plate's awesome, Jackstack. It's good on a lot of people. Anyway, I want to try. You guys were asking about the Seth plate. I want to try it on Jay. Although one of his moments is a feud moment, I think, right? No, yep. This one is. So this won't be active, but he would also get 4 times bigger multiply gems in feud, which is kind of really good. We get 1 to 2 a month, I think, Clay, usually for moments. And then the initial offering, there was a lot of moments. I think we usually get like 1 or 2 moments a month. Priest should also getting buffed really help with this. What do you mean? What's my prediction for the week long next week? I have no idea other than it'll be a week long. Right? I mean, gears for the older ones, that would be cool. I'd take gear for KO. 7 and 5 on the choose. Let's try it without using Howdy. Actually, I don't know. So we're gonna have 4 bigger multiply in feud, so I guess we could use Leo. He's gonna hit harder anyway. Same as before, no loadout. I don't like him at all. He can hit hard, that didn't change. His best is still the countdown moveset. If I had to use him, I'd use that with a Judgment Day plate, but you couldn't pay me to use him because I don't think that's like old gameplay and not fast, effective, or safe. So I'd have to use a Judgment Day plate, and if I'm using a Judgment Day plate, it's way slower than anything else I have. So I'm not the biggest fan, Rusty, to be honest. The gear changes nothing. He hit hard before, he hits harder now. Yeah, no problem. He hit hard before, he hits harder now. I don't care about hitting hard. There's a bunch of guys that can hit hard. You know what I mean? You know I'm not the biggest fan of, like, Regal, arguably still the hardest hitter in the game, powerhouse KO. They just don't bring enough to the table for me to like. Speed-wise, right? They're too slow. New Seth plate. Alright. I don't think this is going to be amazing without the other moment active, but I'm curious. For ladies, I'm pretty sure, Clay, that's accurate. Oh, I know what you're going to ask. Then how are you supposed to do the tour with anyone other than Bianca? Yeah. For the master manager, yeah, that was brought up too. I don't know how you're supposed to do it. Good luck, sir. Good luck. How many? I haven't played Jay, so 11 into black. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got 2. Okay, that's how we'll do that. 3. Right, that's 3. Yeah, 4, 6. Oh, that's way too many. Cool. Piece of cake. What did I put one? Yeah, no, we're good. Did I get them all? No, I didn't get them all. 38. I did that really wrong, so. Maybe. I don't think so, though. If you're talking about looping, are you talking about looping the moves once? Or just not choosing the purple? Like, Jabroni, are you talking about... So let's... If you're talking about not choosing any gems, then maybe? Maybe. But I don't know if the damage is there. But sure, let's... Let's do it. Need to run J and Feud anyway to see if that would work. But no, mostly I just like it on Ron so far, if that plate. Triple purple. You definitely need J as well. So if you don't have J, you can't make it work. Probably why it's less interesting to me as well. And you still have to choose 3 gems anyway. Put out, color turns, 2-3 matches, color turns, finisher. Yeah, that's not fast. In my opinion. So no, I would never use that. Ever. And I wouldn't take a high damage plate to do it. It's gonna that'll certainly hit super hard with Yeet. You didn't need his gear to do that though. Like, I have no idea what the absolute limit is for bits. You didn't need his gear even though for the gear makes no difference, and I already did that, so that's all the same to me. Like, I wouldn't play that with 2-3 matches. Jabroni. I don't think that's fast when you're talking about 4 moves. Oh, if you want to put it like in a scenario where you're forced to use an acro new gen, then sure. If you're forced to use an acro new gen and you don't have Leo, yes. Is that a good reason to take somebody up? I don't think so. It wouldn't, not a good enough reason for me to say they're good for sure. Where's this plate? Yeah, I saw that too. It's not going to do a ton of damage at gold though. There's nothing to buff the gems. You're just getting the gems with your regular strap and stuff. So most of the damage is from the blue traps. We can run that next if you want, Restate. Okay. And that just depends on you, Rusty. Like, there. I cascaded. It depends on you. There's no, like... So, all of it hits hard, right? Like, you can make all of it work. Again, if we want to talk about, like, characters in the sense, can you make them work? Absolutely. He was, Sensei. You can make them work. Like... Who can't we make work? Yeah, Yeet is super good on him. With Yeet on the purple set, yeah, exactly. Seth is just like, he's just like Miz. And everybody loved Miz because he could hit hard, and then they got sick of using him because they had to play with him. And they cascaded, and then they hated him because he cascaded all the time. Seth is going to hit really hard. He's going to look great. People are going to like him, and then they'll get sick of him. That's a very, very good comparison. Can you use him? Yes. Can he hit hard? Yes. Do I think he's good? No, I don't think he's good. Well, I don't need to. I can just break this. And break this here. And use this ridiculous Hogan. Not anyone, but you can make most characters good. So here's the thing. This way, I personally would consider playing him this way if I had the stuff, if it hit hard enough. But I don't know if it does. Yeah. That if that moveset hit hard, I would call that good. Now, as far as the trap restate, and I think it depends on your roster, right? And what you guys are, what some of you are saying is like, well, yeah, what if you don't have good characters like that? If you have good characters like that, you probably don't have Seth, his gear, his moment, a Tiffy plate, and a Dudley plate, right? That's more like, you have to look at it realistically. You can't say R-Truth is great for everyone that gets R-Truth because most people can't get the stuff to run him. You know what I mean? Like, if you have all the stuff to run Seth, you have somebody better. Like, you know what that's more the, it's different when you're the one making the previews. And people are like, is this good or not? You're talking about this build restate, right? The purple, the traps, and the blue plate, it takes forever to resolve. Blue trap move and swipe with gear and blue Royal Rumble plate. What else were they using? I just saw a little bit of it, and I was like, yeah, no. They were using the trap. Were they hitting it twice? Like choosing? I think they were not gonna hit it twice. Broken by you. Make 5 random blue gems. Just the trap move once. Okay. And swipe. Alright. 6 MP. And it steals health. So 6 MP. So let's do. We don't need this trainer. And then we do need one more blue MP. So it's either Santa or... I don't think there's a blue in a trap. So it'd be better off just probably... generating more traps. Since it's a swipe, you're going to have to depend on stuff happening. And... so like that would work. Post 99. Then that. But then you lose Nakamura. No, it's just 850k damage. Yeah, we're good. It's only health steal if your opponent breaks it. Okay, so just on here, play, and then message me on Discord and we'll work it out. Of course, Sammy. I'd be more than happy to do one for you, Clay. What's up, Luca? Do you like Tech Miz Showtime Chemo? If you love Tech Miz, you'll love Seth. Yeah. I suppose if you wanted to use your Blue Royal Rumble plate here, you could. You want me to go Dom? I can go Dom. I think the extra traps generate more damage, though. Yeah, so the gameplay is super similar. This is potentially fine if you wanted to use your Blue Royal Rumble plate here. You guys can time how long it takes for the trap gems to resolve and then the Royal Rumble plate to resolve. This part is super fast, but it's got a not super high top end. Though, it's going to have a limit. Ceiling, as it were. Oh, dude. That's going to make it take even longer. That's its absolute, like, 60-ish is its top end restate. This one, I don't know. Maybe? I wouldn't, like, I would not want to put my Blue Royal Rumble plate here to hit for 61. Bye, Felicia. Sorry I didn't see your question because I was in the middle of answering something else. Have a good night. You won't be missed, I promise. but that's actually pretty decent restate, to be honest. The problem, I don't. I could use the Aussie plate here too, yeah. What adds 50% blue gem damage restate? The moment? Is that what we're talking about? Yeah, it does add 50. Hey, Professor, how you doing? They seem to conflict with each other, the plates. Henry. When they over chuck gems, do you see what I mean there? Yeah, that. They overlap, so you just end up losing. I'm not sure what you're asking. So if we can't, you want to use solo instead of Dom, then we don't have the AI. We could take the organ off, but so what the thing is though, right? Most of the, it doesn't matter. I just, I'm a broken record, so this is a better example of what could happen though. Is that the only match I have? I'm blind. I think that's the only match I, no, that one or this one. Let's see. They definitely overlap. Yeah, that's not doing it any favors, but he's gonna cap right around the 61 mark set up this way with the Blue Royal Rumble. It's just not really gonna go up much. 50% on your regular gems at gold just doesn't make a big difference. You need something to multiply it. The bulk of the damage is coming from the traps and then just your stock base gem damage. So yes, you could use him. I mean, like, we could get rid of him. We could do whatever, more blue gem damage, 40%. Although that big Hogan is actually probably more. Anyway, the glasses make no difference whatsoever because it's overlapping. I probably will, Professor. I'm on the struggle bus right now. Thanks for stopping in. I will raid you when you stream as long as I don't forget like a dumb butt. You guys want to see the midweek CSS for tomorrow? Yeah, Wednesday, Thursday tasks, I mean, for whatever event we have tomorrow that I haven't Googled. Check the blog or whatever. Cool, I can do that. There you go. Dusty's pretty rare. Is Shinsuke still pretty rare? King of Pop? Do a lot of you guys have him? Indy's definitely rare. I'm assuming Solo's still pretty rare. Tex Diner? Rare-ish, I suppose. No, I don't think I'll yell at you, play. You don't have King of Pop, Chemo? Yeah, the hard thing for me, like, in general, I hate doing a preview like Seth. I also don't struggle with talking about him because he's got a bunch of builds that are either mid or hit hard, but there's holes in it. There's issues with it. And whenever that's the case, people want to say they're really good or they're good or whatever, then I'm too hard on them. And so it's always a struggle for me because to me he's not good. Not doesn't matter how hard he hits, he's just not good. And then I have a hard time with that. Yeah, it just and the people whose roster he would be good on probably won't have the stuff to hit hard enough to make up for it anyway. But like here. Let me try and make my point real quick. And if you want to talk about acros, Jabroni, are you still here? Did I piss you off too much? Wouldn't surprise me. Um, I'm good at that. Awesome. That's good. I am glad. I want to show you guys something I messed with the other day with the Blue Royal Rumble plate. I haven't done it on video yet. Yeah, but Sammy doesn't generate black gems, Hendry, so it would buff any of the black gems you have, but Sammy doesn't convert all of his gems to black with the multiply, sadly. If he did, Sammy would be a lot easier to use. That's fair, Jabroni. Do you have Leo? And do you just like him? Like, granted, if you're just looking for an excuse to level somebody, there's that. Because we just need people to level. But also to restate to your point with the Blue Royal Rumble plate, check this out. Do you have Jabroni, you got a lot of good stuff. Do you have Howdy? I might be able to change your mind on this if you have Howdy. You do? Are you a Dudley Boy fan in general? Because I'm the same kind of way. I've leveled up all my stuff. If you're looking for an excuse to level somebody, that's a totally different story. I just worry that I'm going to lead people down the wrong path, and they're going to put all these resources into somebody, and then are going to be like, bruh, you know? Um, maybe I should care less than I do sometimes. There's actually a lot of times where I just don't even make videos because I'm like, eh. The gear looks awesome, though. All right, so one of the big things, of course, with this, did you say you had Howdy, Jabroni? I can't remember. You do? So check out this with the blue Royal Rumble plate. I feel like this is faster than the multiply gems too. I'm sorry, than the trap gems. And we missed two of the multiplies and hit for 64. Mm-hmm. Agreed, Jabroni. I feel like this is more interesting because it's a super sucky era, it's Demon Valor, and it's mindless. This one's much more interesting spot for the Royal Rumble to me. The blue one. This is a really crappy board, by the way, where we got all of our multiplies. And of course, in Feud, it's going to do way better because there's always a gem color buffed. It's surprisingly good, I think. Anyway, did I try the blue plate on Striker Live? Does Striker Live have any kind of buff or something with blue gems? I'm trying to remember. No, the answer is no. But the other one, Devon, if you have Howdy, gets way more interesting. Not just against showboats, but for sure against showboats, right? For sure. I think we put the Devon plate on for this. Could I run Indy? I mean, there's really no reason to run Indy. If you have Indy, you just use the two red moves and beat everybody. She's like the best acrobat in the game, period. Even if they have acro down trainers, she wrecks people. She's insane. One of the easiest cards to run in the game. She's really good. Does her finisher break 30 gems, button pusher? So the thing with the Royal Rumble plates in general, if you don't have a buff or extra multiply gems to go into, they don't add a ton. They add a little bit. So have you watched any of the previews on her? Curious. Mine or anyone else's. Okay, this is kind of interesting, Jabroni. Especially, do you have NOD Rock as well, Jabroni? I forgot to ask that. I think you do. It's the same situation as like Chelsea, right? And then Howdy makes all of these multiplies. It's actually now with them getting buffed. Yeah, with them getting buffed, dude, like that training buff is huge on all of those colors, guys. You want to take those trainers up. I'm telling you. They are a big deal. Because, Chris, we did this before the buff. Um, and you got Howdy, and then it's just like, this is ends up being crazy. Solid. There we go. Hmm. How are you running Indy? 8 MP, 6, 7. Oh, you can use Santa and do that. Sure. Yeah, you could do that. If you want to use Santa, that would work. So now he's doing like 65 million against a non showboat. Restate, that's what I saved my club coins for. You know? And then against a showboat, right? And I mean, like, there's so many good showboats, the odds of not seeing one are slim. But that's against a non-showboat. Do I have a showboat I can go against here somewhere? Knock it right here. He became way more interesting if you have nice stuff, for sure. A long time. I'm also a Dudley boy, Mark, so yeah, he's gonna go up for sure for me. I don't use my Devon plate. I have plenty of extra of these purple plates. And then when it's a showboat, have mercy. I guess I should say testify when it's a showboat. Yeah. Yikes. That was 119 million on the showboat. So yeah, uh I think I like that. Not high demand plates if you got the trainers, you know what I mean? Yeah, no risk. I like that. Okay. Button pusher, are you still here? Okay. Let me check my DMs again. They were ever get that clarified? No. Okay. You why do we want to make blue gems on her? The Seth plate would work on her. Not enough to matter, but the new Seth plate would work on her. This is what I say when everyone says, like, will a plate work on XYZ? And I'm like, that annoys me. This is one of those cases. It will work on Liv. It'll add 50% and not do jack all. Um, the black plate would be much better on her because she's the striker and it's her primary color. And it's fairly close with this one. I would say The black plate would be more interesting this way with the moment and stuff, since she's a striker. Yeah, for sure, Platinum Patrick, for sure. Yeah, it depends, Restate. Usually they do. It really depends. It depends on your strap, on the buffs that are active, a bunch of different stuff. It's you have to try and see which hits harder for you. In fact, we could both run him and not get the same result, right? Because of different straps and stuff. It's kind of crazy. Um kind of crazy. So just for fun sickles, since I mean everyone loves live, we all want a good live. I think if you had a lot of stuff, she can hit pretty hard. But there's Bailey sitting there and Naomi, so there's that. But I would assume this would do quite well. Yeah. What did I do? Like row breaks with this? 3, 4, 1, 2. Let's see. I think that got most of it. We'll pretend like it did. That was a lot of cascading, though. Yeah, she's still... Red's probably better. Because we're going to eat the multiplies up. So red is probably better. Potentially. I don't know. Yeah, then we have to be more realistic, I think. You know what I mean? Like, because if you don't have those, you don't have this. If we're assuming, right? Hey, Noah, how are you? So then we're maybe down to, like, this and, not him, but, you know. Most of it, Derek, is where I struggle is, like, and it's probably not fair because I've played a bajillion matches. Yeah, I know, Chris. I've played like a bajillion matches, so to me, it's most of the time I can already tell you stuff won't work before I even do it. And I think that's part of it. Like stuff that, did I miss? No, you didn't miss that. I didn't run that. Red, I suppose they could conceivably have the red gem chucker, but I kind of doubt it. Velk plate is probably decent on this too, because there's two reds. But as far as what it does with no plates, eh. I think I got them. I can't tell. Apparently I missed one. That's the thing with Liv. Once you start taking off the crazy stuff, she goes down a lot. A lot. Which is the actually the critique I gave is her balance is really bad. I like that question, Noah. I don't know if the buff is enough, but I do like that question. Oh, I think it would and it wouldn't. Um, Derek, people don't even watch a preview. Like, to expect them to actually put effort into something, most wouldn't. I think the reason we don't have that stuff, one, they can't make money on it, and two, it's your higher end players that play a bunch, um, are the only ones that would use it, and to be honest, most of them already know. Most of them already know. If you play the game a bunch, exactly, Gymnasty. This is exactly what I'm talking about. If you play the game a bunch, you do your research, you put your time in, you can you have a really good idea of what's going to be good before you even start, right? Um it like every one of the Royal Rumble plates are not game changers for the most part unless there's buffs or multiply gems involved. There's just That's just the way it is. Gems don't do enough. You need some kind of buff or multiplier or something to get characters there. Um, they're good on anyone that blows up the board. They make them better, but as they're a lot in a lot of cases they're not good enough. Um, 5 with just the Seth plate. The Dakota one's interesting with the Brutus plate and the Seth plate because you can get 3 activations and then swipe. I I don't know, Chris, because a lot of games are very interested in screen time, right? Like that's like a big deal, like investment, engagement, it keeps people playing, stuff like that. We can try the Brutus Shears and the Aussie play both with the Royal Rumble on Dakota. Didn't get any, I'm assuming, Derek. Oh yeah, with the drip in the Seth plate, Showtime she'd hit super hard for sure. Yeah. What faction are you in, Derek? Like about where you can tell me the name, it probably won't make a difference. I won't know who they are because that's me. I barely know my faction. Where do you guys usually finish? Typically. Do we have she's gonna be the best for sure for this. Uh Black gems and more black gems. Not you. Not you. Also, do you guys want to talk about showdown stuff at all after this? Because it looks like there's some I have some energy. I can show you guys so far what I has found out. 29th place. Okay. I haven't really. The you went ham on star fragments. Yeah, I went. If you saw my video, I definitely went ham. So the thing that worries me with Dakota is her buff is only 35%. So I'm pretty sure, long story short, she's gonna need the drip plate to hit big numbers. What do you mean nothing really to spend it on B10? Do you want 3 billion coin? Or like 24,000 of every starfill frag? How does that sound to you? B10? Does that pique your interest? Did I put the Seth plate on or did I put the Royal Rumble plate on? I put the Royal Rumble plate on because I'm an idiot. But that's fine. Royal Rumble and Aussie plate was 43. I did the same, Bug. I did the same. So, B10, I think you might have missed this. Go into the game. Yeah, I know, Noah. I'll fix it. Go into the game. Go to the store. Go to the prize wall. Scroll all the way to the bottom. And go to the showdown prize wall. You could get 24,000 of every starfill frag right now with 3 clicks of a button. I think that's the best item on the wall by far. yeah. I put a video out yesterday because people are definitely going to miss that. Yes, I spent 6.3 million coin in about 5 minutes. Showdown coin. All right. Dakota. I think that prize wall is way better than the last time around, if people remember that. I did the same thing, Bug. I'm over 100,000 of every... I'm making like 110,000 of every starfill frag now. That's up until, I believe they said March 25th. And Gumsy, leave me alone. Leave me alone. I'll use them sometimes. Yeah, I saved, I used 1 million currency, Bug, and got 3 billion coin too. So, because I don't usually have a ton of coin. It takes so much to level people to max, and all of these gem people need max. Plus they'll need it for the next rarity whenever that rolls around, right? Although most of them won't be good. Dakota the right way, and then... So Showdown is definitely changing for sure. And Dakota with this plate you wanted to see, the Seth row plate. Because everyone got this plate, I would assume. I hope everyone grabbed this plate. Even if it's not, like, maybe amazing right now, the price was right. Mine lives on Hall of Fame Ron. For when I feel like using 2 clicks instead of 1, which is only against a high health opponent. Otherwise, Hall of Fame Ron is strictly 1 click for me. Because he's ridiculous. Oh, Gumsy, I'll try. I don't know when for sure. I'll get them sooner or later. I've had a rough week and a half, 2 weeks, Gumsy. 36 million is all. So, I plan on using him 1 click the majority of the time, Chris. But if I feel like having the option to 2 click, I will. Like, let's say there's someone with higher health, right? To show you what I'm talking about, guys. So you have some... If you got 1 gear with Ron, all you need, I mean, like, after 99 MP goes away, this becomes you, and then this becomes Santa. Right here. And this is what he will one click for. With one gear, no moment. I did not get the moment. I do want said moment. 61 mil is one click. No, yeah, his gear's good. But like Restate was talking about, you can play around with these. Almost the same. 150 strap, nice B10. They're almost Sherry and him are basically the same that way. Where it changes probably between the two is also if you don't have Leo, right? So or Zombie LA. So as you're like messing with your loadouts with these, it really changes a lot between what's better. I'm pretty sure this is going to be worse. I want a 150 for him so bad, B10. I'm super jelly. Not going to lie. Yeah, they're great for Showdown. See, you can see Zombie LA is way better than Leo there. Like, not even close. So for me, I think Sherry is slightly better than what's his face there, Rowan, and Zombie LA is definitely better than Leo. With the setup I have for the one click. Now, two click doesn't take that much longer, really. It is significantly safer. Yep, that's worse. So for me, it's Sherry and Zombie LA is my best combo. If you want to be safer, very easy. And now that Priest is buffed, it hits super duper hard. Yeah. With the Seth plate, Jabroni. Queen's Tiara doesn't. It's a combo finisher. Doesn't work. So it would be this. After 99 MP. Yeah, the Queen's Tiara won't help on a combo. 81 million two click. Yeah, unfortunately. I wish it did, B10. Which is kind of wild. So, yeah. That's what we were talking about, just so people know. Twitch account. Yeah, it's so fast. That's the good thing about that one, Jabroni, is that move animation, and then you'll knock Showboats out too, right? This move animation is really quite fast. And I think in this case, I I don't know. I probably will too as well. Because look, this is like 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. I mean, you know, that's a super fast, one of the faster move animations at least. So the sweet spot though, actually, Jabroni, how I think I'll probably play him if I'm honest after 99 MP, is with the middle lane. I would love that moment too. So with the middle lane, you don't need Santa, and then you just go with this with the middle lane, and then this hits super hard one click. That to me is how I'll probably run him this way. I think it hits like 68 if I'm not mistaken. Middle lane. And that's everybody but Showboats. Yep, 68. And that's also without feud steps. So That's how I'm gonna run. He'll be my all the time middle lane guy for that. That's fair. That's fair, Gumsy. And that's also with what Gumsy's saying. If you guys have the Seth plate, let's say, and for those that didn't get his gear, I mean, fear not, right? You're just using here. If you didn't get his gear and you got the Seth plate, you can just do it this way too. You can just go here and use Priest and Woods, and maybe you don't have all this nonsense like these rare guys. Let's just go multiply trainers. Any of them will work, right? 70 million plus the power gems, right? Like, and that's without gear. I mean, like, if you ever get Ron, that's without gear, without the crazy stuff. There's a ton of different ways you can run him for people out there. Like, he's just extremely, extremely good. Honestly, I think this is the best set of Hall of Famers we've ever got, to be honest. Maybe. The Macho year was pretty good too. When they came out, Macho was really strong. HBK was actually strong then too and stuff, and Triple H felt pretty strong, I think. But I think this might be the best crop of Hall of Famers we ever got, and they sucked less than normal. JBL's ridiculously good. But yeah. Yeah, he still is he's like a little bit weaker Jacob, right? A little bit. JBL is awesome. I think most people run him away. I wouldn't, but yeah. Mm, I have a 2-click Trickster Macho setup. 2-click and a swipe. The Acro Macho with his gears is your stand. He runs just like Jacob. Um, so although guys, this is actually huge. Another thing. Let me go to mine because it's set up fast. Go back to my account again. For those of you that don't have like an affiliation for Santa, don't want to use Santa, yeah, Shredder's so good. What just happened on my screen there? But Macho, Naomi is, uh, depending on what you have, Hendry, you're talking about her power gem set, I'm assuming, for Naomi. I was looking at that. She should be about 63 million in power gem damage, assuming you have the right power gem trainers. We can talk feud too. What was I gonna show you guys? I forgot. What were we just talking about? I just forgot. Frick. Oh, Hall of Fame Macho. Thank you. So, no. Eh. Eh. What's gonna be really big for him now is you don't need Santa if you take Braun up. That 2 extra multiply is quite big, especially if you're someone without Sherry, right? Or maybe you don't have an affiliation for Sherry or Santa. Now you don't need Sherry, you don't need Santa, and he still can hit super hard. I won't put Leo on, right? I'll just find yellow. No, there's 6. Um, Striker Andre is red. New Liv is green, and Priest is black. So even if you don't have Santa or Sherry, you can run that with Macho. Trickster Priest. Yep, Wex is blue. Trickster Priest is black. Striker Andre is red, and New Liv is green. So yeah, Macho's still pretty good. Better if you have Leo. Better if you use Sherry and Santa. For sure. Right? But if you don't have those things, you can even do it with much less now. Here, Slim. I don't know if you have Sherry or you want Nightmare Plate. It's very nice as well. He's the most usable of this class of this year of Hall of Fame for sure. If you have both gears. And then use Leo instead if you have Leo. He's like a little bit weaker, Jacob, but you do want, I would say, both gears for sure. But yeah, he's pretty good. Again, another alternative to Seth, right? There's a lot of them. Oh, Naomi Power Gem. Yeah. Who asked about that? That plate on Macho was just Nightmare, Gumsy. Just one basic Nightmare plate. So, Naomi, we'll stay on mine. I was looking at this, because I don't have... So, here, let me show you what she 2-clicks on mine without gear. I do have the Buzzard's Beak on her to get 50% more. And then I'll show you the Power Gem. Who asked about the... Oh, Henry. Because there's a 200% boost, right? So, this is my normal 2-click, without gear. It does like 53 million and like 4 million on the finisher move damage or something. Yeah, 51. So it's kind of borderline, right? It's fine for some stuff, but it's not everything you'd like I want it to be. She does way better with the middle lane. Because then I can take Santa off, use the extra green. And I think I had her all set up. I have all the ladies I'm gonna run set up. I'm gonna be very fast this feud. Yeah. So that's set up middle lane, right? But the power gems that you're talking about, if you have... So we need 6 MP. We get 4, 5, middle lane gives us 6. 5's our turn, middle lane is 6. If you have Kofi, it's 150%. If you have Ray, it's 200%. And Nikki's 50%. So 200, 200. And then the boost from feuds, another 200. Good-ish. She's not worth... If you have red, I wouldn't do Sonya Showtime Chemo. I really wouldn't. Red is good on so many people. That seems kind of like a waste to me, unless you're swapping it between ladies and guys. Without knowing your roster. That is not where I'd put it. Just for feud? Why not use, do you not have Bailey? Like, what are your striker options? Of course, I lost all my power gems. That's the downside. Yeah, so that could happen. But it's gonna be closer to... If you keep all your power gems, it'll be 61 million. What do you mean it requires 2 strikers? The new plate doesn't work on him. And the gear adds gem damage, so he's absolutely better. Yes. Anything that adds anything makes them better. It does add things. He still plays exactly the same, though. Green Shucker on Naomi is Chef's Kiss if you don't have the gear. Yep. I understand it's the bonus, but here's the thing. Showtime Chemo. Why? Just because it's there, why are you going to fill it? For a 10% war score? Wouldn't you be better off not using somebody slow? Or not filling it? Like, why do you have to fill it, I guess is what I'm asking. Especially if you can fill middle. If you like to run big and you're running Sonya, I don't want to run with you. Just saying. Just saying. Don't take that the wrong way. But that's me being blunt. Yeah. Just don't fill it. If you still want to run big, just don't fill it. And run up here. I mean, dude, how big do you need to run? You know what I'm saying? Like, how big do you need to run, fella? 260k not big enough? That seems like a you issue, to be honest. Honestly, this is the size I like running. I don't like to go bigger than 260. That's my sweet spot. Right? So, CSS, I'll bang those out with whatever. Actually, I was looking at it earlier. For CSS, I probably will just run this way, because his attitude is CSS. I think attitude is, right? So I'll run that. I was just throwing stuff in, by the way. I'll run May for Legend. You know what I mean? Like, I'll definitely do that. This gets this era if there's that. Yeah, exactly, Bug. You just make your life harder. Do I still like Showboat Charlotte? Brother? I still have a crappy strap for her, the same one I started with, and she just keeps getting better. Because they just buffed Braun Strowman. Do I like Showboat Charlotte? This guy. Not another Showboat I will use. Still. Speed kills, my friend. My ladies are gonna be so freaking fast. Like, it's not even funny. And also, I would never put the yellow Royal Rumble plate on her unless you don't have the stuff to run her. Yeah, I don't use Tech Charlotte. That's 2 clicks, 67. No, Zandel. Not if no Seth or no Howdy. Howdy doesn't make a difference on her. Don't use Howdy. Chelsea is the way to go. And if no Seth, it's going to be a little bit less. For sure. If no Seth, Howdy would be bad. Because he's 60% and more, what, unless you cascade and get lucky. But Howdy would be bad. So I would just go with any of your zombies for the 60%. You don't need Howdy. In fact, Chris, I'm going to punch you in the nose. I think I've failed on 13 straps now. No, Naya doesn't. Naya's way slower. And that's all I care about, Gumsy, is speed. Zandel, you could do it this way. And then just use any other, actually. Use Brett. if you don't have Leo. Obviously, your purples are going to have a 200% boost as well. So, like in this case, Naya's a lot slower than Charlotte. It's not a little. Like in this case, you're going to pick up a ton in feud, right? Which makes up for all these crappy multiply ones, but you're going to get a bunch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 extra at 200%. I have a 50% strap. Yeah, I don't use her sub SMG. No, heck no. That's still 51 million, Zandel, like super fast, and that was a bad board. No feud buff, right? So I think she's still usable in your case. Plates are Nightmare and Jade plate. Oh, I'm sorry, Chemo. I'd go Charlotte all the way, especially with a hundo. With a hundo, I'd be breaking 70 every time. Oh, Dirty, I really hate you. You're probably doing like 75 or higher a lot of times. But as far as I have to do this. So everyone can tell me Nikki's better still. I mean, this feud, she's going to probably go 2 clicks over 100 million. But this is 3 clicks. Yeah, she sucks. 86 million. Plus the 10 million before. That's 96. Raquel is better because she wasn't free. Nice, B10. I've tried so hard to get 100 for her. So that was 96 million total without on Chelsea there. And then if you want to see 2 click, just Bubba. This is for Rowan because she shares the strap with Rowan. But this feud, this is one of the feuds where everyone pretty much probably, as long as you have a decent kind of setup for her, you're going to hit super hard. I find that extremely insulting, Gumsy. We are polar opposites. Everything I do actually works in feud. And I'll show you exactly how I do all of it. Definitely Zandel. It's on the list. There's no mystery. So the hard part on her is the trainers. The trainers are whaley, right? But if you don't have Howdy, it's a little more RNG. Go 3 clicks and use Brett. No, but you have Howdy and Leo? Okay, so this is gonna be Gunther instead of NOD. You'll definitely want 3 clicks. But keep in mind, this feud, you have a 200% purple buff, so it's not going to matter. That's still 64 million. Plus the other move. We almost drained a showboat. That's if no rock, but rock obviously makes a big difference. I would recommend, well, SMG, you need really good stuff to run her, and no one talks about her because she was free. No Howdy gets much harder, for sure. You gotta get lucky with your board. But no howdy, then you use Brett. Honestly, NOD and no howdy isn't terrible. Once you take NOD gold, Brett is still quite good. Quite good. It just there's a little more there's a bigger swing of your high and your low. Technically, if you get a really good hit, Brett hits harder than howdy, I think, if you match everything up. But there's just a bigger swing. Not quite though. 78 million still. So NOD is really, really important for her. That's what I'm talking about, guys. These 2 MP, 2 multiplies are really clutch. NOD is really big, for sure, on Chelsea. Same thing goes for Rowan, by the way. Same exact thing. That's why they share a strap. Rowan is extremely underrated. If you have the crazy stuff to run Chelsea, it's basically 3 characters, all run with the exact same trainer setup. Is Acro Devon Dudley, Chelsea Powerhouse, and Rowan Powerhouse. They all ran exactly identical as far as the trainers. Little bit of variance in the straps. It's seriously one of the things I enjoy the most is using like ridiculously good free cards that cost me nothing. That's very entertaining to me. It's one of my favorite things to do in the game. Actually. Right. Yeah. Blair is awesome, B10. I need 100% strap for her so bad. That's 114 million from Rowan, guys. That was literally 114 million damage from Rowan. Yep, that's who you use, Showtime Chemo. Attack Gunther if no NOD. 114 million from Rowan. What? Hold on, I got a button for that. What's up, Beef? $92 that time. So yeah. Mem never now, really, Zando. I don't think you'll ever use Mem now unless you're out of trainers. You guys want to see another super underrated? You want to see... wait till Liv is ready. Showboat Stroman's still better. This guy's really underrated. But when Striker Liv is able to be used on him too, look out. Let's just go. I'll go easy here. We won't even use Leo. Actually, let's do my 2-click build. Do Santa and no Leo. This one isn't free, obviously, but he's pretty underrated. This is feud. Everything you're seeing is feud builds, by the way. I'm good, Rip. How are you, buddy? That's 75 million plus 13 million move damage. That is with the moment, Chris. But that's also not using Leo as well. But that is with the moment. Yes. If you need to. So the crazy thing though, guys, is new live. You can do new live here, even if you don't have the moment, and get 2 multiply. And then you also don't need Santa, and you can use whoever you want here, and then just 3-click, right? Dexter is going to be really good. Him and Ilya are both amazing. If you have a promoted tech affiliation, hard to get past. I use him and Ilya both, and they're super duper fast. 2-clickers. They're really, really good. What else? There's something else. Oh, good place for Lyra plate. Gumsy, do you have Showboat Seth? Do you have Seth freaking? Do you have Vader? Yep. IK, that's the problem. No Seth, no Vader? Absolutely, Chris. So Seth and Vader are probably my... Don't use it on Rex. Regum. Or you just don't care about showboats is what you're saying. Perhaps. Who else do I really like it on? You can use it on Lyra for her red set, I suppose, but I wouldn't. You can use it on Austin if you got a big strap. Powerhouse Austin. If you had like a 150, you could use it on Powerhouse Austin in 2-click. Those are probably the big ones. You're looking for people with red buffs or red multiplies. And Vader has the red multiplies. Seth has the red buffs. I'm trying to think who else has. You can use it on Foley. However, if you have a big strap, you will need a big strap in all of his gears. All of his gears in a big strap, then you could probably use it on Foley. Yeah, you can use it on Cody. Yeah, you get 50% from this move. So you could use it on Cody. Who's bad? Foley's bad? Yeah, he's slowish for me. But I am a mark. I don't think he's bad with the right stuff. I only have a 40% strap. On Foley, yeah. That's not... Is that what I was using? Yeah, that's what I was using. That's fine. He's just a little bit slower than I'd like. But this is usable for me because I'm a mark. This one's fun for me. I popped that red plate on Ray. Holy cow, he hits hard now. Ray. Which Ray? I mean, 74 million's not bad. Oh, Raph? Yeah. Uh-huh. Powerhouse is stacked. Powerhouse is absolutely stacked. Oh, I was gonna do a science experiment. I'm funny. I'm using my roster more than the official one tonight. So I want you guys know I like getting faster, right? When people hit hard enough. Oh, Zombie Chelsea? Uh, just the Bubba's Glasses Ultimate. Just the Bubba's Glasses Ultimate. It's just easier to do things on my roster. It's all set up. It's faster. Crap. I just was gonna play something and I forgot. What the heck was I gonna? Oh yeah, Hogan. Where are you at? Oh, Raph? Yeah, Raph's super good. I have Raph's plate. Basically the same thing. Rumble's a little bit better, because it adds 5 more red gems. But basically the same thing. He's super good that way. Um, yeah, Raph was horrible, like unplayable, and now he's like super good. Yeah, Powerhouse Hogan is redonkulous. Why am I blind? But I want to stop using gem chuckers on him if I can. Right? Because it just slows it down. And if I'm hitting for like 140 some million, 44 million, I feel like I might be able to get rid of the gem chuckers. And I kind of want to experiment with that. Um, Devon. I just need generate gems that also have gem damage as well. Chelsea with her plate hit hard. Not by my definition of hard. You're gonna take 2 cycles to win, Noah. Without Whaley stuff, Chelsea is okay. Not great. Whaley stuff or not Whaley stuff, Gumsy? With really, really good stuff, new live, best move set is triple red. Otherwise, it's all really mid, to be honest. And nothing boosts the damage at all. There's no buff. And triple red has some multiplies. So... Uh... Sherry, Santa. 100% strap, Sherry, Santa. Leo, and Zombie Bailey. And then she'll probably do close to 60. Better if you can use a Valkyrie plate and the thing, the snow Miz headband. Valkyrie plate and Miz headband. Well, you want me to show you what it looks like? You were asking about the Valkyrie plate anyway. I'll switch over to that account in a second and show you what it looks like. All right. Well, I'll run it without it for you then. And we'll see what it looks like. Maybe mid-50s on her, probably. I want to say. I don't know. I'll tell you in a minute. I think I did it in my preview. I can't remember, though. Is this enough? Because I hate having to watch extra. If this will work, like, without having a gem chuck, well, that one's going to work. Okay, 83 million, 2-click. Screw putting gem chuckers. Let me run this a few times. Because that saves another 3-4 seconds. Let's no plate Hogan. Heck yeah, Hogan no plates, just like Bailey. Brother. Boo. Boo this man. Oh, this is gonna be good. Look at all the yellows and reds. This is a good board. 72 million. Yep, screw the gem chucking plates. I want to get in and out fast. That works for me. Plus, purple's buff 200%. Every color's always buff. Yep. Good deal. That's happening. Let me do one more. Just make sure this isn't an anomaly. Fast as F, boy. Then I'll look at live for you, Gumsy. Back to live. How hard this one? Oh, this one's gonna hit super hard. 72 again? Okay, we're good. That works. Okay. Live. This is a weird stream. It's been a really weird stream. All right, Gumsy, you said Hundo. Yeah, I mean, if they're dumb, the hulking up animation takes like 15 to 20 seconds alone. That's like the worst animation in the game, up there with the what the heck is the sub that Zombie Triple H uses? The Indian Deathlock sub. Those are like the two worst animations in the game. It's worse than a superplex. You do not want to run hulking up under any circumstance. It takes all freaking day. You can't kill him. You can't kill him extra, Gumsy. No points for killing him extra. Maybe they'll start adding that. But yeah, no, don't use the hulking up. Like, if you don't have gear, maybe? Yeah, I want a new Dom so bad. It does do 191 million. Yes, it does. It does hit very hard. But why do we care? I want a new Dom super bad. I want Daddy Dom. I will wail for Daddy Dom. Make it happen, Gerson. Actually, let me DM that. Let me stop the whole stream. This is the most important thing. I need Daddy Dom in my life. Gee, please make this happen for me. Exclamation point. What? You don't like Dom? How can you not like Dom? He's so good. I didn't think I'd ever say that. Is there a reality acro? Is Finn reality? What am I even playing? I forgot what I'm doing. Gumsy, what am I doing? Oh, Velk plate. You want to see Velk plate on her. Daddy cop from the rookie episode. And then we're not gonna worry about the snowfall plate because you won't take it off, Trish. You said. So you want. By the way, Gumsy, I'm pretty sure I did this in my preview. Not that you watched it, Gumsy. I'm not gonna put Hogan on because this is a fat one and it'll give you the wrong idea. What's Finn? Because I got Finn doing more than 60 million now. Is he reality? Or Bubba, if you have Howdy. Is Bubba reality or PG? I can't remember the weird errors. If Bubba's reality, not Bubba, Devon. Gosh dang it. They get me with their twin magic every time, the Dudley boys. They both look exactly the same. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there you go. Balor, if you have a blue Royal Rumble plate. Okay, Gumsy. This is what you wanted to see. This is also with the moment, Gumsy, but you're going to get Oscar, let's be real. So you'll have the moment. Gumsy calls me Ahab, but he's the real Ahab. Telling you. $55 mil, Gumsy. That's about your top end. Without going bigger? Plate-wise. Like a Royal Rumble plate. Or without the snowfall for another 50% for the multiplies. The other option is if you took Andre up. And I can't remember, Gumsy, do you have Leo? You have a lot of stuff. If you took Andre up and if you have Leo, that's probably better. It is not probably, it is better. Yeah, so if you take Andre up, Then you don't have to use Hogan. A little bit better. 57. And then if you put the plate you have on Trish on, you'd probably go over 60 by a shade. I'm gonna use Charlotte Zandel. I would use Asuka over Jade and Maxine, yes, but I'm still gonna use Charlotte. Gumsy, I mean, so Hogan is kind of depends how you set him up, right? So here, let's go back to, that's the wrong button. That's the stream. That's Twitchception. So with Hogan, if you, this is assuming you have the gear, right? That adds 4 MP. You need everything for Hogan for him to be a monster. But if you have the gear that adds 4 MP, you just need to get to 9. So it doesn't have to be Cena. Cena is on there from when I had the sheriff's badge plate, because I knew I was going to get a bunch of yellows, right? So better would be like better would be probably something with generate and gem damage. Um so for example, that would be better probably. We get one more wild card because those kind of create chaos, I'm assuming. That would be better. But like I think maybe red for when we connect reds would be better, or something like this. Blue might be interesting for 18. Let's just see. I'm curious. I haven't experimented with it a ton, to be honest. Oh, Marlowe. Actually, yes, Marlowe. That is a great idea. Let's try that. I like it, Marlowe. Smart. Smarty, smarty, smarty pants. Why am I streaming? Why don't you stream? Let's just throw Goldberg on there. I don't know. Molly is black. Um, Goldberg, is he green, I want to say? But you don't need the yellow if you have the gear. That one was 66. Maybe it was just a bad one. I mean, 66 for that fast is not bad. That's like, his animations are so fast. The fact that you don't have to wait through all the gems going out is great. You can get a lot of HP on Showboat Hall of Famers, Rip. $77. You got 100% HP strap? Dude, that's hilarious. Worse with gem chuckers. I don't need to kill him deader. How many times do I have to say that? I think it doesn't. I would probably use Cena just to avoid the MP down, to be honest, Gumsy. I'd still go with Cena because that gives you room where if they have MP down, like you still don't need to worry about it. Like 2. So it seems useful to me, right? That one was kind of weak. 56. I feel like Cena was working better anyway. That's weird. Cena felt like he was working way better. That's really weird. Could just be random. Because the wildcard gems, how they function is bizarre, by the way. That yeah, Platinum Patrick. Yeah, I think because of the way the wildcard gem works, actually, let's try who all has 60% gem damage? Naomi's got 60% something, right? Who else? Who else are the big gem damage colors? Is 60% the biggest trainer? That's hilarious, Rip. Cena does feel better. What's the biggest, what are the Creed boys? They're pretty high, right? Jacob's purple? 60? Creed brothers are super high, right? Macho 60 blue. What do we got for red? Do we have anything super high with red or yellow? I think those are Hogan's top two colors. Blue 60 on Creed. Oh, Bubba, 50% red. Okay. All right. Oh my gosh, you don't. Urgh. That's annoying. Takaraki would be ridiculous. I can only imagine. What about a dual color? What's Shelton get moved to? What does Shelton have now? Black and purple? Did anyone else get dual color super high? Dual color would be good, maybe. Well, let's try Bubba for red. Bug with his frickin' Tech Rocky. This butthole. Not because I'm a boxing mark at all. Stop with the red chucking. No chucking. We want to run Hogan faster. Ooh. Oh, Bubba says yes. I do think that's probably it. The wild cards, they just work really funny. Becky is 40-40. Red black, right? You're right. Yeah, I maybe need to level her up. Does she need silver or gold? Legend Becky. Bodacious Bex. I think she's a requirement this feud too, right? There's some nonsense for freaking requirements. So I thought I saw her required somewhere. I'm like, what? What is this? Not previous gem damage. Yeah, because she's for Bray. Uh-huh. She was made for Bray. Yeah, that's the thing, Chris. It might do that. It might do that. Oh, only 26K? We're not using star fills. We're not using star fills, though. I'll tell you that right now. Not happening. There. Might have overdone it a little bit. Whatever. Just resources. Oh, we still need to talk Showdown real quick. Dang it. I got sidetracked in this testing. Slim Numbers. Are you the video I saw that made a huge spreadsheet? No, that's why I have 1,000,000. Because I never use them. So I started watching it. I want to watch the whole thing. Also, thanks for mentioning my video. It's super cool you did that. So as far as I know, and this is from back in the day when wildcard used to be more important, I believe that there's no way you can make a calculator because as far as I understand it, it has something to do with every gem the wildcard connects to, right? So you get the damage from every single gem that connects with the wild card. So if one wild card connects to like 3 different gems, you get the damage from all of them. If I understand correctly. So I don't think there's any way. Yeah. Although this could be proving it wrong because the base percentage seems way higher. Um, I think so. Let's just try a 60%er. Maybe the color doesn't even matter right now. So let's just throw, this is interesting. I need to watch the whole thing. It looked like it was going to be quite fascinating, and I'm like, okay, this is really interesting. I'm going to use this calculator at some point. I'm like, somebody nerdier than me. This is cool. I have to be in the right mood, and then I absolutely like getting into the weeds. That was a bad board. I do think that it doesn't matter, just whatever percentage. I think so. I wonder if less wild. I wonder if there's a sweet spot on the wild cards created for this too. I'll mess around with Hogan more now that I'm not using a gem chucking plate, because it's possible just not using these gem chuckers is there's a better sweet spot. Like if I just go like 40% and make less multiply gems, that might be a better sweet spot. He's so freaking fast though. Like this. Gosh dang. Nope. That was a cascade too. That's not a better sweet spot for sure. Okay, so showdown guys, so far I would recommend actually playing the seasonal, the weekly showdown and starting, cuz who knows what the new prize wall is going to hold, you know, plus right now you can redeem a lot. What I've found out so far is I didn't have to wait to find someone with higher noto. I just, so for example, um, right here you can see Ozzy's higher. Every time I just got it was like the noto was refreshing with me. See, like I didn't have to wait to try to find higher noto. Um, and then this one though, right now, I'm assuming I still haven't been updated. They're looking into it. Um, sorry. This one. Okay. So what hasn't been working, me, I got distracted by DMs, is not this. Where's the thing where here, win streak? This. So normally, as your win streak goes up, your noto goes up, right? As long as someone is higher than you, right? If they're higher, then your noto goes up multiplied by your streak, your base, and then of course your promoters on top of it. So far, that has not been the case. You're getting 60 for anyone higher than you. And I'll just show you what I'm talking about. Not against the gold though. Silver. So you can see I have a good streak intact and all that jazz, right? 8. So normally with an 8 streak win, you'd expect to get over 1,000 notoriety. I don't know how much you guys know about Showdown, but with an 8 streak, somebody higher than me, I'm gonna net over 1,000 noto total, right? Like maybe like 200-ish here, and then between my 250% of my promoters, right around like 1,000 noto, give or take. Maybe a little less, maybe a little bit more, whatever, but somewhere in that range. But because it's not going, it looks like the one thing isn't applying, it's just not. But the good news is at no point was I unable to find somebody higher than me. So it looks like whatever they're working on is going to be good, assuming this part gets fixed, because this part is working in the career mode, the streak part. And if this, maybe it's been fixed already, I doubt it, but this is going to say probably 60 and then like 150 and 150. So 65 are going to be a little higher than 150. 163 and 163. And normally this would be like well in the 200s, and these would be like 2.5 times 200. So the streak portion doesn't seem to be working, but finding higher opponents is definitely working. Um, do you guys have any other questions about what I know about Showdown so far in the changes? Everyone knows about the store or the prize wall, right? Where you can get really good stuff for now. This is going to be funny because so far I haven't had any problem finding someone higher. This would be funny if now I can't. I don't want to fight him. So I found one higher, but I didn't want to fight him. I chickened out. There's another higher. And that is not an ideal situation. That's a good way to lose. There we go. 3,600 Seth. Gold. Oh my gosh. This guy's going hand. What? Oh, he took it off of someone else. Okay. Hmm. Nope. No reason. I don't need to. Yeah, there we go. This scene is not bad either with the rework. Oh, who'd I even fight? That would be funny. That'd be funny. But yeah, you can see my Noto isn't going up like it should based on the streaks and whatnot. So I just think they need to iron that out. Hopefully that'll get fixed. That's the main question people have had. They're looking into that. But as far as like now, there's hardly how many people higher than me. I'm in 56th, right? So normally once you get here, it's I mean even before here, but it's super hard to find someone to fight. Let's see if I can. 35s. 35s. So it looks like it's getting a bit harder now. Oh, there's a 38. So even though I'm 56th, it found me somebody higher. I'm kind of digging this. That I don't know, Chris. That I don't know. It'll probably take me a while to figure out some of the stuff. Like how I figured out a lot of it in the past is like button pusher, it doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter. I have Scopely ID. You can take my coins in cash and good luck. Plus, I would be one of the worst possible people you could try and take their account. Because I'll just message Gerson and they'll just fix it right away, right? So no one's gonna steal a content creator's account. But yeah, Noto you can see isn't going up. And then the Scopely ID makes it impossible. And now let's see. So now I'm in 29th, and you really wouldn't normally find somebody. Let's see if we find somebody at 4160, higher than 4168. There's a 38 hundo. Guess that answers that, guys. Look at that. 29th and still finding people higher. So I think that part is pretty dang good. Not you. Anton. Chris, you called it. No, I won't hit you, buddy, if you're on here. Also, I'm not really excited to try your 99 MPs. Well, let me see. Let's take a look. Let's take a look and see what our pre-match screen shows us. Let's see. You're going to be charged, and you're using the traps, so you would beat me. The traps would get thrown, he'd swipe and blow up the board, and I'd be dead. At silver. So, and I'm not going to one-shot you. Because you have 61,000 health. That would be for sure I would lose. So no, that would be dumb. And I am dumb, but not. Okay, we should probably raid Professor. Any questions on the way out? It was an okay stream today, not my best stuff. Got better as it went on. I had a rough spot, rough patch for sure. It's okay. No one was watching, I'm sure, anyway. Do it. No, B-Rock, no. Also, how are you, B-Rock? Definitely not. The leaderboard rewards are good for this. I want to be in here. This is my goal. It's right in here. Without spending, just shards and good stuff. So, I'm actually on top of this one. Also, did they update? No, they didn't update this, but yeah. 50% off? Yeah. Starfill frags, come on. Alright, well, we're going to raid Professor up. He's got giveaways and crap. Hope you guys win stuff. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, that's what I got. Appreciate you guys very much. Go win some free crap. I hope so too, Ed. Go get it. Later, Big Show.